My name is Takeru Inoue. Back in high school, I had a girlfriend. Her name was Mika. She was my first girlfriend, so there were a lot of challenges. As I reminisce, what I'm holding in my hand is a wedding invitation. It's for the wedding of my ex-girlfriend Mika and Yusuke, my childhood friends since kindergarten. It's been many years since then, and since Yusuke is still somewhat of a friend. And weddings are celebrations. I guess I will attend. Even though I had mixed feelings about it, I decided to attend the wedding. On the wedding day, there was an incredible number of people, as expected of Mika, whose father runs a company. Mika and Yusuke's wedding was held in the grand venue with great ceremony. I only attended from the reception, but I was overwhelmed by the scale of it all. Mika and Yusuke look happy. I wonder if they've been getting along well all this time. I felt somewhat relieved. I was quietly watching the happy couple from afar when...
Hey, Sho, I can't believe you actually came to our wedding.
Yusuke approached me after the after party with a smirk, immediately throwing the first taunt.
Most people want to come to their ex's wedding, right?
Then why'd you send me an invitation, Yusuke?
Oh, that? Just to make you feel miserable.
Yusuke said with an unchanging smirk. This Yusuke was my childhood friend, but he was quite the terrible person. Since kindergarten, for some reason, he'd always treated me like an enemy, constantly trying to pull me down and harass me.
Oh, Takeru, I really can't believe you actually came.
Then why did you send me an invite, Mika?
What? That's because I wanted to see you suffer.
You're quite alike, aren't you? Mika snuggled up to Yusuke's arm with a smirk, looking at me with mocking eyes.
You see, Yusuke and I are a perfect match. I'm so glad I chose Yusuke.
Well, I did steal Mika from you after all.
That's right, Yusuke stole Mika from me. Both Yusuke and Mika had sent me an invitation just to make me feel miserable. It was the right decision to attend. As I started feeling down, their smirks only grew wider.
You really were just this level after all, Takeru.
Just this level?
No girlfriend, can't get married, and just a lowly employee. Meanwhile, I'm on the fast track to success at a major corporation A. I'm one of a life winners.
Yusuke looked down on me with a sneer.
And Mika's the president's daughter. Face it, Mika was too good for you.
Too bad you couldn't marry me, Takeru.
Mika joined Yusuke in laughing at me. Yeah, you two are right. Our table, with the groom and the officiant, was very conspicuous. Although people around us were looking to see what was going on, I had to just silently take their mockery because I didn't want to cause a scene. Then, my friend sitting next to me placed a hand on my shoulder.
Hey, Takeru, your fiancée is amazing too, isn't she?
What? My fiancé? My friend must have seen me being mocked by Yusuke and Mika and tried to help me out. Yusuke was surprised for a moment when he heard I had a fiancé, but quickly returned to his mocking expression.
Hey, you have a fiancé?
I do.
Seriously? What kind of woman would want to marry nobody like you?
I feel bad for her. Even if she marries you, nothing good will come of it.
What harsh words. Am I really such a worthless person?
Right? Mika's the daughter of a company president, so she was definitely the better choice. Too bad for you, Takeru.
Yusuke laughed loudly, with Mika wearing a triumphant smile beside him. Although they were the stars of this wedding, I was getting angry at them insulting my precious fiancé. Hey, that's enough!
Yusuke, should you really be saying such things?
What do you mean?
After all, you're indebted to Yusuke's fiancé, aren't you?
What?
Before I could stand up in anger, my friend once again came to my rescue. But Yusuke just stood there confused, apparently unable to think of any way he could be indebted to my fiancé.
Me? Indebted to Takeru's fiancé? What are you talking about? That's impossible. Who are you mistaking her for?
Yusuke said with a dismissive look to my friend. Just then, there was a commotion near the entrance to the after-party venue.
Oh, looks like someone has arrived. Wait, that's...
Suddenly, Yusuke looked towards the entrance and hurriedly pulled Mika's hand.
Mika, we need to go!
What's wrong so suddenly?
Shirayashi is here! We need to go greet her!
Where Yusuke was pointing, there stood a beautiful woman wearing a simple but elegant dress.
Shirashishi, isn't that...
She's the president's daughter from our company. If I suck up to her, it might help my career.
Yusuke and Mika hurriedly headed towards the entrance. The president's daughter from Yusuke's company? I should go too. I quietly stood up and followed them.
Shirayashi, thank you so much for coming.
I'm sorry I'm late. The meeting ran long.
Yusuke greets with Mika with an affectionate smile on his face.
Not at all. We're just honored that you would come to a mere employee's wedding. It's truly our pleasure.
You're exaggerating.
The elegant woman spoke casually. Oh, I've never seen Yusuke being so subservient. As I was thinking that, Yusuke noticed me following instead of an annoyed face.
What are you doing here? Are you trying to ride my coattails? Too bad, but this person is way out of your league.
Ah, that's right. There's a heaven and earth difference between you and Takeru.
Mika joined in mocking me.
Get it? You should just go back to your seat.
Excuse me, but why are you being so rude?
What?
The woman who had been listening to Yusuke and Mika mock me suddenly changed her expression to a stern one. They say angry, beautiful woman can be intimidating, and that seems true. Yusuke and Mika turned pale under her glare.
I'm sorry, this must have been unpleasant to witness. Hey Takeru, just go away already.
Yusuke hurriedly tried to shoo me away, but...
That's enough.
Huh? Why?
Stop! How dare you be so rude to my fiancé?
The woman stepped in front of me protectively, now truly glaring at Yusuke and Mika, who could only gulp in response.
Fiancé?
What do you mean, Shirashishi's fiancé is Takeru?
Yes, he is my fiancé, the person you've been rudely treating this whole time.
No way!
The woman stated firmly, leaving Yusuke and Mika frozen pale. Ignoring them both, she turned to me with a gentle smile and looked at me with concern.
Are you alright, Takeru? They were awful to you, weren't they?
I'm fine, Natsuki. More importantly, good work. The meeting was about overseas expansion, right?
Yeah, it went well, thanks to your ideas.
That's great. When's the next meeting? As Natsuki and I chatted, Yusuke and Mika just stood there dumbfounded.
Wait, why is Takeru so familiar with Shirayashi?
He's even calling her by her first name. Are they really engaged?
Looking at the two of them who had turned pale, and when opening and closing their mouths like fish, I nodded. Yeah, this is my fiancée, Natsuki Shiroi. Natsuki, I appreciate you getting me a drink, but you must be tired. I should be the one. Before I realized it, Natsuki had already gone to the nearby bar counter to get me a drink.
It's fine, Takeru. I want to do anything for you. Here, this is your favorite, right?
Yes.
Aw, Takeru, you're blushing. You're so cute. Maybe we should just get married now.
Oh, wait, hold on. We need to wait a bit more for the ceremony. I'm not mentally prepared yet.
But I can't wait. I want to marry Takeru soon.
Being told such cute things.
You're so in love.
They're too in love.
As Natsuki and I suddenly entered lovey-dovey mode, Yusuke and Mika were left speechless.
Wait a second. Don't think you can just get swept up in this lovey-dovey atmosphere.
Yusuke, why are you stopping them? I wanted to watch more.
What? It's not the point. How does Takeru even know Shiriashi?
Yusuke pointed at me and yelled with a red face, but I calmly answered while being pursued by Natsuki. Because Natsuki's my fiancé.
Seriously?
I'm serious. Can't you just tell by looking? Apparently it was obvious once they looked properly. Yusuke fell silent in shock.
But why would our company's president's daughter be with someone like Takeru?
Still red-faced, he kept glancing between Natsuki and me, seemingly confused or agitated. My fiancée Natsuki is the president's daughter of Company A, where Yusuke works. She had been persistently asked by employee Yusuke to attend the wedding, and had agreed to make a brief appearance at the after-party in the place of the president.
That's why I told you that you're indebted to Takeru's fiancé.
My friend, who had apparently come to check on the situation, said with exasperation at the pale-faced Yusuke.
Takeru is really engaged to Shiriashi?
Also, I'm currently working at a regular company, but I'm actually set to take over Company A in the future. Natsuki's father asked me to.
What? So that means Takeru will become my boss?
That's right. Looking forward to working together, Yusuke.
No way! You're gonna be my boss?
The fact that I would become Yusuke's boss as the future president of Company A seemed to be quite a shock. He looked completely defeated.
What? Takeru is engaged to the president's daughter and will become a Company A's president?
Mika, who had been watching our lovey-dovey display with sparkling eyes just moments ago, now glared at Natsuki.
But I'm prettier. Besides, Takeru used to like me.
Oh my god! You can't say things like that out in the open, Mika! Everyone, including Natsuki and me, were taken aback by Mika's outburst. Natsuki looked at her with a gentle smile.
Yes, you're very pretty.
After all, Mika's the bride and tonight's star, and Natsuki forgave her. What a goddess! Once again impressed by Natsuki's grace, Mika, encouraged by Natsuki's considerate words, became even more prideful.
That's right, I am the prettiest. Don't you think so too, Takeru?
Huh? Me? Before I knew it, she was somehow approaching me. Probably seeing Natsuki as a rival.
Because Takeru still really likes me, right?
Why are you asking Takeru something like that, Mika?
Yusuke panicked beside her, but... No, not at all.
What do you mean, not at all? That's a lie! Because Takeru was so devastated when Yusuke stole me away!
Actually, I wanted to break up with you, so I have no regrets.
You wanted to break up with me?
Mika's face froze in shock.
Why? Why would you want to break up with me?
Why? Don't you realize it yourself?
What do you mean?
Mika, you were quite the cheater, weren't you?
Cheater?
You were always flirting with other guys even while dating me.
How did you know?
As I calmly answered, Mika started panicking, and beside her, Yusuke had also turned pale.
Wait, Mika, you were flirting with other guys?
No, I wasn't. Takeru is just making things up.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, Mika wasn't sincere at all. She was incredibly selfish and wanted everything her way. And when things didn't go as she wanted, she would get in a bad mood or take it out on others. It was really tough.
That's certainly true.
What do you mean, certainly is true? Yusuke, are you acknowledging what Takeru is saying?
Well, it's true that you're selfish.
What did you say?
Yusuke and Mika started arguing right in front of me. That's why I wanted to break up with Mika. We only started dating because she confessed to me. But Mika wouldn't listen when I tried to break up with her. And I was troubled. Then Yusuke came along and stole her away. Thanks, Yusuke.
I stole Mika to bring you down, but...
I really appreciate it.
You're sincerely thanking me?
Yusuke was shocked to learn that his attempts to hurt me had actually helped me. Also, while I was dating Mika, Natsuki had confessed to me.
What? Shirayashi confessed to you?
But I had to turn her down because I was dating Mika.
So because I stole Mika from you, you were able to date Natsuki?
Yeah, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
So I helped you get together with Shirayashi.
Finally accepting reality, Yusuke fell to his knees. Meanwhile, Natsuki blushed as she recalled their past.
I met Takeru in high school. We went to different schools, but we're both in the archery club. When I first saw Takeru at a tournament, I fell in love at first sight with absolutely how seriously you approached the competition.
Natsuki, it's embarrassing when you put it like that.
After that, I secretly went to watch Takeru practice many times. Then I gathered my courage to ask for your contact information and confessed.
Shirayashi confessed to him.
And it was love at first sight?
It must have been such a surprise that Mika asked me out after falling in love with me at first sight. Yusuke and Mika were dumbfounded at the revelation.
The first confession was rejected because Takeru had a girlfriend. But I couldn't give up on you, so I confessed again after the last tournament in our final year of high school. And then Takeru-kun had already broken up with your girlfriend and chose me.
I had no idea Natsuki had been thinking about me all that time. I was so happy when Natsuki confessed to me again.
Oh, Takeru.
Natsuki. Natsuki and I gazed at each other, holding hands. Why don't we just make this Takeru's wedding ceremony too? My friend muttered audibly.
The think that my attempt to bring him down actually pushed him towards the best life possible.
No lingering feelings. He said it so clearly. I thought Takeru would still be pining for me even after being dumped.
Sorry, you two, but I had actually forgotten about both Mika and Yusuke.
How cruel!
I devoted my life to harassing Takeru, and yet...
Yusuke finally broke down crying, but Natsuki coldly delivered the final blow.
I'll be reporting you to the president about how you spoke so rudely to my precious fiancé.
What? No! Please! Anything but that!
Why should I help someone who was so cruel to Takeru?
No!
Hearing Natsuki's cold words, Yusuke's face showed pure despair. I had actually been keeping quiet about all the things Yusuke had done to me for the sake of our old friendship, but... Yusuke went and exposed himself.
I made sure to remember every single word of this rude comment to tell father.
As expected of Natsuki, your memory is incredible.
He seemed to be aiming for promotion, but this has closed that path for him. Though after investigating, I found that while he's good at smooth talking, his actual abilities are quite low. He wouldn't have been able to advance much anyways.
So that's how it was. Come to think of it, Yusuke was always the type to cling to powerful people rather than rely on his own abilities. Furthermore, many company employees had attended Yusuke and Mika's recent wedding, and they had all witnessed his awful words and treatment towards me. As a result, Yusuke had lost the respect of his colleagues and his place in the company. It seems Mika's high-handed remarks, attitude, and rude behavior towards me had also become known to the others and affected her father's business. Just because it's their wedding doesn't mean they can do whatever they want. I was still an invited guest after all. Mika had decided to marry Yusuke because he was on the fast track at a major corporation, but after his path to promotion was blocked, things became difficult. They eventually divorced. Yusuke finally couldn't handle Mika's selfish behavior anymore and agreed to the divorce.
Since it's a rare day off, let's have lots of fun together, Takeru.
You're right, Natsuki. Where should we go next? You're always working so hard, Natsuki. So today, I'll do anything for you.
Anything? Then I want to go home right now and spend time alone together.
What? Okay! With my beloved Natsuki and our upcoming marriage, we continue to spend fulfilling time together, both at work and in our private lives. That was the day my life hit rock bottom. My name is Kazuya Kinosaki. I had been living a busy but fulfilling life as an ace real estate agent at the headquarters in Tokyo. However, one day, a project team announcement changed my life completely.
Sorry, but this product is only for elite members. It's too early for you.
The director's cold voice pierced my ears. My name wasn't included in that list. The thought that I, the top salesperson, would be excluded was racing through my mind. What had all my efforts and achievements been for?
From now on, the office computers are for project members only. You don't have the right to use them.
What do you mean?
I found some paperwork for you to do. Work in the records room.
The desktop was closed right in front of me, and I was stripped of access to important information and resources one after another. Everyone could see I was being frozen out, and gradually my colleagues started keeping their distance. My motivation and sales performance visibly declined. And then came the finishing blow, a sudden transfer order.
We've decided to send you to a branch office for new business development.
But isn't that branch rumored to be on the verge of closing?
That's exactly why. As our top salesperson, we'd like you to help turn that branch around.
The hidden intention of my superior's words were clear. In reality, this was nothing more than exile from Tokyo headquarters. Before going to the branch, I decided to say goodbye to my colleagues. However, many of them had started avoiding me due to department head Kuranuma's influence. Thank you for everything. I'll do my best to succeed at my new location. Kuranuma just grinned at my farewell, while others just watched me from a distance, no one daring to approach. Thank you for everything. It's hard to express how empty those words felt. And so I left Tokyo. After several hours on the bullet train and then several more hours on local lines, I finally arrived at my destination. I was planning to get lunch at the station, but there's not even a convenience store or vending machine. The provincial station area was more desolate than I had imagined, with few people passing by. For someone used to Tokyo's bustle, this quietness felt somewhat lonely. The branch office building was a few minutes' walk from the station. It was an old 3-story building with peeling paint on the exterior walls and dirty windows. Similar aged buildings lined the surroundings, giving the impression that the whole town had been left behind by time. This is my new workplace? The office's interior also showed its age. The whole place was dim with weak fluorescent lighting.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, from today, Kinosaki will be working here as a branch manager.
This is Branch Director Murakami, who would be my superior.
Kinosaki was a top performer at headquarters.
I'm Kazuya Kiyosaki. I'll be in your care from today. Please, treat me well. After my greeting, several faces looked up and gave slight nods. Wow, there's no energy.
Hi, I'm Mizuki Sasakura. Nice to meet you.
Among them, the one who spoke to me was Mizuki Sasakura.
This is my friend Nanami, and that's Yamaden. And over there is Rin-chan, though he's a boy.
Wait, you use nicknames? Thanks to her bridging the gap, I was able to have conversations with the employees. Sasakura seemed to be sociable and acted as something of a mood maker in the branch.
Kinosaki, I apologize for it being in my room. But we'd like to have a welcome party. Please come.
Thank you. That evening, employees gathered one after another in Mizuki's room, and a cramped welcome party began. The small table was loaded with anime character card snacks, which were offered freely. Though the cards had already been collected, it seemed. Hey, you're just using me as an excuse to eat chips, aren't you?
No, not at all.
Well, I'm grateful for the fun welcome party. I felt I needed to first understand the current situation to rebuild the branch. I arranged to have one-on-one meetings with everyone to get their frank opinions. To understand this branch's current state, I like to hear everyone's opinions. No matter how trivial, please speak frankly.
I don't have anything special.
Sasakura, you used to work at a different branch, right? What kind of work did you do there?
Before coming here, I was in charge of social media marketing. But since I left, it seems that account hasn't been updated.
I heard she had 40,000 followers on her personal account. It was a popular anime fan account. It's amazing! However, this branch wasn't using social media for attracting customers, and her strengths were being utilized. What? You have a TOEIC score of 900? Why are you in accounting?
They said since there's no chance to use English here, just do accounting.
Are you serious?
But thanks to Branch Director Murakami's help, I'm managing somehow.
As an IT expert, working with such old computers must be inefficient. What? They say there's no budget?
Wait, it's going to break!
Let's just break it at this point. You have a CPA license. Why are you in sales?
Because they made me a sales representative.
He's definitely not suited for it. After finishing the interviews, I let out a deep sigh. This branch had more problems than I thought. I had assumed the employees lacked spirit, but they actually had impressive skills and experience. But it's not being utilized at all, or rather, they're being suppressed. Let's reorganize everything from scratch. Branch Director Murakami, I reviewed the staff assignments. Please, check them.
Oh? Setting up social media department, reassigning accounting personnel, introducing new computer systems. These are quite extensive reforms.
I was surprised too, but the employees here have incredible impressive backgrounds. If we can utilize that, no one will be able to say we're on the verge of closure.
You're young. It's almost dazzling to someone old like me. Alright, I understand. Go ahead with these proposals.
Yes. The employees showed surprised expressions at first, but gradually their faces brightened. They weren't lacking motivation. They had just been stifled in an environment where they couldn't demonstrate their abilities.
Look at this follower count just after 3 days.
The computers run so smoothly now, I can make web pages however I want.
By maximizing Suzuki's IT expertise and Mizuki's social media marketing skills, we harness the social media to promote the branch's appeal. By visiting properties and getting permission to post them on the website and social media, customer numbers surged and sales increased dramatically. Yamada's language skills help create easy-to-understand videos for foreign customers, leading to new client acquisition. However, in the midst of this, I hadn't noticed someone trying to take credit for our achievements.
I'm heading to headquarters for the regular report meeting. I'll leave things here to you, Kinosaki.
One day, Branch Director Murakami left for the regular reporting meeting at headquarters. He seemed somewhat excited, probably looking forward to reporting on the PR campaign. Yes, understood. However, Murakami reported,
The PR campaign I initiated has significantly increased branch sales.
as if it was his own achievement. We had no way of knowing this at the time. One day, Fujisaki from accounting approached me.
Do you have a moment?
Yeah, something wrong?
I've been checking the previous accounting data, and there are some unnatural movements. There might be a fraud.
Despite thinking no way, her serious expression gave me an ominous feeling. Please, let me check the data.
This part, the money flow is unnatural.
The explanation of this expenditure doesn't make sense.
There are several other suspicions, expenses too. Nanami, what's wrong?
Data is strange. We're investigating the cause.
I'll print out that section of data and file it.
Watching Mizuki skillfully operate the printer, we continue our investigation. The clock showed 2100. Wow, sorry you two. I didn't realize how late it had gotten. Let's call it a day.
But
This isn't something we can solve in one day anyway. Get some rest.
I'm sorry. As expected of our mood maker, you're really reading the room.
Well, I'm hungry.
It is late. Can we get something to eat on the way home?
Sounds good. Where should we go? I'll make a post with the caption, "Go to dinner after work."
Don't post about this hour. People would think we're a black company. As we continued our investigation, we discovered that Branch Director Murakami was frequently conducting transactions with suspicious business partners. I asked Yamada, who had been in charge of accounting, about the unfamiliar company names, but he said he was ordered by the director. These business partners were dummy companies with no actual operations, and some funds were being diverted there.
Kinosaki, I've traced the dummy company's address. It's Branch Director Murakami's home address.
What? While shocked, this made Murakami's fraud clear. Thank you, Sasakura. I reported this misconduct to headquarters. I submitted the collected evidence to the headquarters audit department. But the response I received was unbelievable.
Hinasaki, about this content. It's just a misunderstanding, right? There's no way Branch Director Murakami would do such things. Don't do anything unnecessary.
I submitted this to the audit department, so why is Kuranuma?
Headquarters has more important cases piled up. We don't have time to deal with trivial problems from regional branches.
Trivial problems? Is private misappropriation of company funds a trivial problem?
There's nothing more to discuss here. Find another way.
After that, no matter how many times I contacted headquarters, there was no response. The embezzlement allegations were easily covered up, and as I sat at my desk feeling burned out, Branch Director Murakami approached me.
You know, it's better not to do such mischievous things. When you work long enough, you make connections to headquarters who would cover for you.
Though he was smiling, Murakami glared at me with cold eyes.
This is frustrating. Old man, pour me another one.
There's no old man, and what you're drinking is orange juice.
Work has finally started to become fun.
As Fujisaki said, the reassigned employees have been working like fish back in the water, and the performance was steadily improving. Yet there was a superior who embezzled sales revenue, and the fact that it was the branch director weighed heavily on our hearts.
But I think there's one way.
What do you mean?
But I need everyone's cooperation.
I will. I'll even lick your shoes, Nanami.
You don't have to do that! According to Fujisaki, the best place for exposure would be at the company's award ceremony at headquarters. However, to attend the award ceremony, we first needed to dramatically improve the branch's performance. After work hours, all employees gathered in Mizuki's room. No, everyone except Branch Director Murakami. Mizuki stood up and began a theatrical speech to everyone.
Branch Director Murakami was embezzling company money. Even when we reported it to the headquarters, it was covered up. Our hard-earned money disappeared. Why?
Because he stole it.
We must unite our anger and strike back at headquarters. Only then will we achieve true victory. Rise up. Turn your sadness into anger and rise up. Each of you has incredible skills.
I want to maximize those skills and achieve record-breaking sales. Then we'll make Branch Director Murakami pay.
Let's show them our power!
Following this, other employees began voicing their agreement. Afterwards, we developed specific plans and clarified each person's role. Mizuki focused on PR and social media marketing, actively promoting the branch's appeal. Other employees also leveraged their strengths and gave it their all. And 1 year after my transfer, we achieved record-breaking sales and earned our ticket to the awards ceremony. On the day of the ceremony, I arrived at the venue with branch director Murakami. This would end our battle, or perhaps it was just a new beginning. During the ceremony, I stood at the podium and began a speech celebrating the branch's achievements. Our branch has overcome many difficulties. However, the biggest obstacle was a fraud lurking within. Branch Director Murakami, we have evidence that you were misappropriating company funds for personal use. All your fraudulent activities are here.
Lies! It's impossible!
Let me show you the evidence. This is proof that Branch Director Murakami misused company funds. I projected the evidence data onto the screen. Your fraud can no longer be concealed.
Damn it! This wasn't supposed to happen! You bastard!
Stop, invisible wall!
I tensed for a moment, but suddenly someone jumped out from the side. When I turned in surprise, there was Mizuki. She quickly spread out her arms in front of me to block Murakami's attack.
I won't be stopped here.
Damn!
He tried to flee, but security guards had already rushed over and caught him.
Kiyosaki, are you alright?
Thank you. I don't know what would have happened without you, but why?
Well, I became worried, and everyone at work kindly sent me off with chips.
That's bribery. Murakami, who was taken away by security guards, was handed over to the police. Weeks later, Murakami was found guilty of business embezzlement and faced a long prison sentence. News of his fraud spread throughout the company, and his reputation naturally plummeted. With Murakami's arrest, Headquarters Kurenuma was also investigated as an accomplice and eventually arrested. The company's internal corruption was cleaned out, and reforms began to restore trust.
Is it about the director?
Yeah, but it's not as interesting. There's that weekly magazine article, Beautiful OL Knockouts on Embezzling Director.
Please stop talking about that.
Mizuki, actually, since I first met you, your smile has been my support. I want to stay with you from now on, always by your side.
Kazuya, Mizuki, please do such things in the director's office. We just finished cleaning it properly.
That's what you're worried about? So that's what you two were doing when we couldn't find you? Mizuki and I looked at each other awkwardly and then laughed. In the end, we were pushed into the director's office.
Jeez, Nanami really is troublesome.
But I can laugh like this because you're here. Will you stay with me forever?
Yes, Kazuya, I'll stay with you forever.
You two are perfect for each other.
Really?
Congratulations.
The employees utilized their respective skills and the branch was brilliantly revived. However, I had begun to worry about continuing to work at this company where the core was rotten. And I made one decision. I'm planning to start a new company. If everyone will come with me, I want to build it together. The employees united in response to my words, and everyone said they would follow me. Mizuki was of course among them. At the new company, the employees continued to utilize their respective skills. Things of Mizuki were also doing well privately.
President, another cardboard box of chips has arrived.
What? Mizuki! Sometimes Mizuki buys large quantities of collaboration products from her favorite animes, but other than that, things are going well.
Sorry, but this is a limited edition. Starting today, it's Chip Life again.
As expected of Nanami, I'll keep you company until your favorite character comes out.
Looking out the office window, a clear sky stretched out. I thought quietly in my heart, our new life begins here. Bright laughter echoed throughout the office, enveloped in a happy atmosphere. My name is Yuto Sato. To heal the fatigue from my work as a web designer, I come by this bar sometimes, and it has become one of my favorites. It's a place that heals my soul. When you sit at the counter, you can quietly enjoy drinking alone. I like the time away from the hustle and bustle of the world around me to reflect on my fragile mind. The bartender's smile is comforting as well. Light reflects off the bottles and creates beautiful shadows. This peaceful space calms me down. Today was a long day as well. I sat at the counter and stared blankly into my glass. I can't stop thinking about a complaint I got from a client. The bartender, Otani-san, quietly approaches and pours me a new glass. His concern for me does soothe me a bit, however. The problem I have now will not be so easy to solve. From Blue Wave Inc.? A problem related to late delivery. This is bad. Yes, this is Sato. I received your email. Koizumi-san, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I apologize for the late delivery.
Please explain why it's late. I've been patient with you for a long time, but nothing is going as planned, is it not?
We delivered the product before the due date. I haven't heard anything from the brokerage. Peak Digital, though.
Peak Digital said it was your responsibility, so I'm calling you.
Peak Digital said that? I will immediately think of ways to improve the situation. I will do my best to work on it. Whoa! While I was spacing out, a woman sat next to me.
I want to quit already.
Are you alright? When she looked up at my voice, she looked tired and worried.
You're so nice. Are you alright? Today was a terrible day at work again. The phone call from a client was so bad that it's just funny. Why do these kinds of things happen?
Are you okay? That sounds rough.
I might not be able to handle this job anymore. I can't take the pressure. And I'm losing confidence.
Yeah, I know how difficult it is.
But why is it always me? The client's demands and memory are out of the ordinary, and my boss's instructions don't make any sense. I can't take it anymore.
This person is crazy. The woman whose attitude changes rapidly from laughing to crying to being angry. She said her name was Miyu Sakuragi. I told her my name too, but she'll probably forget it when she sobers up. I've received a complaint from our client Koizumi-san regarding a delay in delivery. Our company has already delivered the product. I'd like to ask why we haven't received any contact from you. Did a problem occur on your end?
I'm sorry, a newbie made a mistake. We provide thorough guidance to ensure that this does not happen in the future, and we hope you will forgive us.
A newbie made a mistake. Okay. I will tell the client about this and let them know the problem has been solved. Please make sure that this sort of problem does not happen again. I was tired after work again today. I was working more than usual. I knew I couldn't get drunk in a good way, but I couldn't think of anywhere else to go but here.
You're Yuto, right? What's wrong? You're drinking a lot today.
Oh, it's you. Yeah, work hasn't been going so well.
It was like that for me too, today. It might be worse tomorrow.
We drink alcohol while sympathizing with each other's despair. The time I spent with Otani-san, occasionally interacting with him, eased my mind. And then it was Mio's time to laugh.
But we might be able to laugh about all these problems later.
Yeah, you're right. Hope I can laugh about mine too.
So true. I really want to live a rosy life, but it's not going so well. I wonder if there's a rosy life somewhere around here.
Sounds nice. Give me some too if you find it. Thanks to Miyu, I was able to have fun drinking again today. We felt like comrades in arms, trying our best to take it easy on each other.
Sato-san, let's talk about the problem with the website.
I could hear the irritation in his voice while I embraced myself.
Put it bluntly, it's full of security holes. And I can't continue to do business with you and make something like this. Please deal with it as soon as possible.
It was an unbelievable complaint. I was at a loss of words, but I replied immediately. A problem with the security? I'm terribly sorry. I'll look into it immediately and solve the problem.
Please address this issue as soon as possible. Please take proper action to regain her trust.
I understand. I apologize for causing you trouble. I was puzzled when I heard the phone go off along with a click of his tongue. What's going on? This is Sato. I just received a complaint from a client about a security issue.
Really? I'm sorry. We need to check with our representative on that matter.
We would appreciate it if you could take care of this as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. We will notify you as soon as possible.
Thank you. We were able to restore the website and pass it on to the client, but I've not heard from Peak Digital in the 2 days since then. When I called, they were dilly-dallying, saying they were in the process of checking with the person in charge, or that they were not available at the moment. I tried to negotiate with the Saionji person directly by phone again, but he seemed reluctant. This is Sato. I would like to talk to you about something important.
Oh, I'm sorry, they're busy at the moment. Shall I ask them to call you back?
I'm sorry, but this matter is urgent and I'd like to see you today if possible.
Really? Okay then. Please wait a moment.
Perhaps because of my lowered tone, he sounded a little agitated.
I'm sorry, but they have a meeting today. They'll be free tomorrow morning.
Okay, let's meet tomorrow morning.
I'm terribly sorry. This is the employee that caused all this.
Those words, the general manager held out a female employee. That woman was Miyu. She was standing there with a very pale face and a puzzled expression on her face. What? Why?
This employee's mistake had a major impact on our business with you. We intend to address this issue promptly and appropriately.
On this paperwork it says Saionji-san is in charge though.
Saionji's trainer is the Sakuragi. Therefore, I've decided that Sakuragi should take responsibility. Sakuragi, come on, apologize.
I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you.
This is not good enough. It's unpleasant. How is it possible that the person in charge himself doesn't show up?
Sakuragi and I will handle this in place of Saionji.
No, I want to talk directly with the person in charge.
We cannot do that. Sakuragi will apologize, so that's enough.
Okay, it doesn't matter anymore.
What? Please, wait, we're not done talking.
Why did it turn out like this? Is it my fault? I don't know anymore.
Are you alright? It's not a good idea to drink alone.
I'm alright. You don't have to worry about me. I know I shouldn't be drinking alone, but I can't take it anymore.
Let's have fun drinking and prepare for tomorrow.
Hey, what's wrong? What are you doing here?
Oh, Yuto-san.
You're drinking too much. You should stop.
You must be disappointed after seeing me, right? All I did was get in the way of you. You probably don't ever want to see me again.
Don't be stupid. It's not true. I'm happy to see you having fun. But you should stop drinking like this.
Because I cause trouble for everyone.
Calm down. Here's a handkerchief.
Thank you, Yuto-san. Why do they blame everything on lack of supervision? She gets forgiven just because she's the daughter of the president? The manager always covers up for her too!
Hey, Otani-san? You're still giving her alcohol?
No, that's water.
You're drunk on water? Hey, are you alright? Hey, you're joking, right? I carried Miyu, who was sleeping peacefully, on my shoulders like a bale of rice and headed home. I brought a girl home. Good morning.
Where am I?
My place.
Why am I here?
You crashed at the bar and wouldn't get up for me to drop you off, so I brought you here.
I'm sorry for causing you trouble.
We made an easy breakfast and I asked Miyu after she finally calmed down. Miyu, can you tell me more about what happened yesterday?
What? Why?
I want to know more about the mistake you made. Is it true that the president's daughter is pushing mistakes on you and your manager is silent about it?
It's true. The president's daughter's name is Karen Saionji, but she's pushing her mistakes on me, and my manager is quiet about it. I didn't do anything wrong, but it turned out like this.
Miyu's voice was a little shaky and tinged with frustration.
But I don't know what would happen if I turned on that girl. No one will stand up for me, so I can't do anything on my own.
Really? Sounds interesting.
What?
Miyu, listen. We're going to go up against that daughter of the president.
Really? What should we do?
We need to start by collecting proof. Phone calls and emails from the president's daughter, project progress, whatever. Collect records.
Okay. What else? Tell me what you need.
Next up will be testimonies from the people involved. They will testify they received unjustified instructions and pressure from the president's daughter and your manager.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
From that day on, we gathered evidence in every way possible to thoroughly crush the president's daughter and the manager. At night, we would have strategy meetings at the bar, and sometimes Miyu would come to my place. Finally, we completed the report. We have a complaint from a client regarding the project that you were working on with Miyu Sakuragi-san. The details were due to an error made by Sakuragi-san, which is causing problems with the project. I want to solve this issue and regain trust with my client.
Okay, please come to my office tomorrow morning. We can talk about the details then.
The idea was to gather the people involved, though Karen Saionji, the director, Miyu, and I were gathered in the conference room. I explained the 2 complaints I received in a row. The contract here is signed by Karen Saionji, but you said that Miyu Sakuragi, the educator, is fully responsible for the project, but the one who signed it should be responsible for the work.
What? That's Miyo-san's responsibility. If she did her job properly, then it wouldn't have turned out like this.
Sato-san, I'll talk to HR about this. We'll conduct a fair review of how to handle Sakuragi.
Alright. Now please review this evidence first so that I can submit it to the Human Resources Department and the Internal Audit Office. I took out a DVD and showed the CEO the proof. The CEO received the DVD with interest and pressed the play button. This DVD shows proof of the power harassment that occurs within your company.
When I contacted her about the delayed delivery, a woman named Sayonji from Peak Digital said, Sato-san is the person in charge, so please don't tell me, referring to Sato-san by name. I don't believe that Peak Digital is placing the blame for the problem on you, Sato-san. There is no point in having an intermediary, so I'd like you to communicate directly with them.
The contract says it is indeed Sayonji-san, but I have never seen this person before. I have never heard from them. Sakuragi-san always takes care of everything.
This is proof that Sakuragi-san is innocent. First, we have records of emails and conversations from Kira-san requesting false reports and corrections. In addition, I collected testimonies from parties involved and other team members. It is clear that they testified to Mio-san's earnestness and Karen-san's poor work attitude, as well as the undue pressure they received from the manager. Finally, here is a record of the progress of this project. Unlike the one that came to me, progress has been forged. Ask for a fair review after you've seen this evidence.
Are you the one who showed the confident material to an outsider? And spying and eavesdropping. These are crimes.
With all due respect, I have gotten permission from the people who spoke to me on the request to remain anonymous. The emails aren't company emails. They were ones sent to me. It is personal and not confidential.
It's common to show progress and relevant information to other companies with whom you are collaborating on a project.
False reports, false documents. What does this mean?
I just used your name to make her look good.
Karen falsified the information contained in the progress report, exaggerated Mio's involvement and responsibility, and intentionally included inaccurate information. In this way, she made it look as if Mio was the cause of the problem and tricked her into it.
I'm not going to listen to any excuses. It's not even a valid excuse. All these mistakes are your fault.
But, Dad...
No buts. Your actions have caused damage to this company. It's unforgivable.
Because the manager said it was fine.
Karen, as of today, I'm terminating your employment contract.
I'm fired? No, Dad!
And Takahashi-san, you are also dismissed from today. You are responsible for your failure to manage your subordinates.
No, I was doing it for your daughter.
Sakuragi-san, I'm so sorry.
Karen Sayonji, the daughter of the CEO, was dismissed from Peak Digital. Once the Mio case was brought to light, other employees apparently raised a number of concerns. She regretted causing a lot of people trouble and losing their trust, but it was too late. She has lost her job and has been turned away from one job after another. Meanwhile, after his dismissal, the general manager repented his mistake and decided to start over from scratch. He also apologized to Mio for being blinded by his career. Now he was working hard to regain the trust of society by becoming more humble and improving himself. We were having a small celebration in our usual bar. All the hard work we had put in had paid off, and we were rewarded with a great victory.
This is all thanks to you.
Your patience has paid off. Thank God the boss was decent. I wonder why the daughter of such a decent man is such an idiot. Miu, I like you.
Huh?
I thought I should tell you before we get drunk.
Me? But I'm annoying.
I'm not stupid enough to confess without being prepared for anything. How much do you think I've watched you? I know you're annoying. You're outrageous when you're drunk. Still, I like you enough that I don't mind being pushed around by you. Still have any complaints?
No. Why are you suddenly saying something like this? Are you making fun of me? Oh, I can't believe this. Are you kidding me that you really like me? If you're serious, prove it.
She's already drunk, and she's angry. I'm serious about liking you. How do I prove it?
Tell me you like me again. I didn't hear it the first time.
Miyu? I love you, truly. I want to be with you. I want to make you laugh, support you, and make you happy. Do you believe me?
Yeah, I believe you. I'm so happy.
Tomorrow when she sobers up, I wonder how much she'll remember. I took her glass and put water in it.
Wasn't that lovely? Like and subscribe for more videos. See you again.